we are going to teach a couple of tunes and I think we're going to start out with Money Musk. Now, do any of you guys know the tune already or have heard the tune Money Musk?
Heard it.
Yeah.
There seems to be quite a number of versions and
Yes.
number of.
Yes, I think that one of the reasons why the tune is so famous is that there's so many different versions of the tune. And from what I can tell, it started out as a Scottish strathspey. And actually, let me read you this quote. They say that that Money Musk was first danced on the village green of the Money Musk on the River Don in Aberdeenshire. There have been as many variations on the original tune as there have been fiddlers to play them. And what I love thinking about this tune is that, thinking about how it originated in Scotland as a strathspey, came over to New England and to Vermont and New Hampshire, and the tune evolved and a dance got created out of it. Yeah, maybe we'll shut the door. There was a dance that they created, but the dance was longer than the original tune. And so I think I don't know if it's true or not, but they took a third part of another tune and threw it onto Money Musk. And so that's how Money Musk became a 3-part tune, was to match this dance. And so still in New England and contra dancers everywhere, when they say, okay, we're going to dance Money Musk, you dance a particular dance with the particular tune. And then, of course, it made its way out here, and it was mentioned in Little House on the Prairie that Paul Ingalls played. And then Mary Pat also mentioned that a fiddler named Hamlin Garland mentioned that he played the tune, but there's no source of which version of the tune he learned. And so we are going to learn, I think, the 3-part New England tune version of the tune, which is again, there's thousands and infinite amount of versions. And so we will learn this version, and this is a version that I've heard the most, I want to say, in jam sessions and throughout my days as a fiddle player. But before we start learning the tune, I thought that we would play the original Scottish version for you, so you can listen to it and then hear the actual version that we're going to play for you. And so we'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll talk. And then, hello, people from Zoomland. It's nice to see you. Thanks for being here.
Strathspey. It's going to be a strathspey.
And there's still a Scottish dance that is not the American dance. There's still a strathspey Scottish dance that people dance to this tune still to this day. So here's the strathspey version, and then we'll go into the real version. It's a pretty cool tune, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a fabulous tune, and I love just thinking again how it has evolved and how, of course, Americans had to make it longer and faster. And those are the things that they wanted that they
Because
did.
they don't play stress bass.
Yeah.
No.
So as you might have noticed, this tune is pretty, there's a lot of notes to this tune. And so it's a 3-part tune, A major, and it's a 24-bar tune. Is that correct? It's not a straight 32-bar tune. And so even though it has 3 parts, they're shorter half-length parts to it. And what I would like to do is, actually, let's do a quick warm-up. Ooh, what's a warm-up? But this is in the key of A major, and what I love to do in classes is just start by remembering how to play our fiddle for a hot second and just playing an A major scale to remember what the sharps are in the tune and kind of get our fingers ready for that. And so just real quickly, we'll do an A major scale, 2-octave A major scale. And again, A major has 3 sharps, C sharp, F sharp, and G sharp. And the only thing different about it is we'll do a 2-octave scale, but I want to, when we hit that high A, I want to also hit that high B. So I'll do this super fast. We'll do that 100 times slower. But just so I want to hit that 4th finger because there's a measure passage in this tune that requires our pinky action that I think is the hardest measure in the tune. And so just getting our pinky warmed up there. And so we'll just do a quick, like, da, 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 like that. All right. Ooh, oh, we should probably tune. I don't know if I even did that. Woo! We have to give ourselves a fighting chance with this tune by tuning first. Susan, all I have to say is I am so impressed that you are outside right now playing the fiddle, and I'm seeing snow out there, and I just think that's the best thing. That is... All right, so we're going to start on that low, low A. 1, 2, 3, go. Perfectly warmed up. Another reason why I love to start off playing a scale is it reminds myself about leaving my fingers down on the fiddle. With especially this tune, there's so many notes kind of happening, and that just making that mental reminder of how many fingers can I leave down while warming up is just kind of a nice thing to think about. All right, I think what we'll do, I think we're ready. You guys up for it? Woo. I should also preface that at any moment you have any questions, please stop and interrupt me and saying, please, can we do that 100 more times? I would love that. Please don't hesitate to do that. And same for in Zoom land. If there's any questions, feel free to stop me. And let's go ahead and we'll do the A part. Let me play for you the A part slowly and kind of hear where there might be some repeating patterns, and I'll just play that slowly. Just take a listen to it and then we'll break it down. So here's just the A part. I'll do that one more time. Listen. Break it down, I love to have mental maps of where things are going, and this pattern happens a lot. So actually, let's just do that part. Let's just learn those 4 notes. E, A, C sharp, open. Exactly. So take a listen. And then something else happens. Ugh. And then that phrase happens again. Something different. And then that phrase again. Something different. And then we have an ending. So just make that, again, that mental map that this phrase happens every other 4 notes. Okay, so yeah, that's just a little mental map. So let's go ahead and learn that first one. So we have, sorry, I'll do that one more time. So we have that first phrase, or the first 4 notes that we learned. And then this. Like that. So let's do that, those 8 notes together. Yep, D, F sharp. Again. Again. Yeah, you'll notice a trend. There's a lot of open E's and A's in this tune. So when in doubt, hit one of those notes and you'll be just fine. Let's do it a couple more times. Here we go. One more. Yep, those last 2 notes are a da-da. Yeah. Lovely. So let's do that phrase, or let's learn the next phrase, and then we'll combine those. So the next phrase, again, starts with those exact same 4 notes. And then we have kind of almost a scale. So we start with a B, and then go up to that F sharp. So let's just do those 4 notes. One more. Lovely. So it's attached those 4 prior notes before adding those 4 notes. Oh, that's a lot of mouthful to say. So listen real quickly. So again, those repeating 4 notes and then that new scale going up. Let's try that again. Again. One more. Nice. Now let's go back to the beginning so that we don't completely forget what we just did. So let's put those 2 phrases together. Listen one time. Woo! Try together. Scale. Oh, that's beautiful. Let's do it a couple more times. One more. Oh, you guys are fabulous. Let's learn that next chunk, which again starts with those first 4 notes. And the next phrase, it's another scale going up, but we're going to start on a C sharp instead. Actually, let's just play those 4 notes. C sharp. Nice. So we take those 4 notes and put that front pattern in front of it. Nice. And because I'm feeling a little spicy, let's just go ahead and finish up the ending of the tune. And the ending is kind of a standard ending. Da ba 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 be da bum. So nothing too fancy, but it's a nice arpeggio starting on the F sharp. One more. I was thinking about while I was planning on teaching this tune, I was like, I usually love having students or whoever's learning the tune sing the tune before learning it. And I was like, you can't sing this song. Actually, now that I just say that, I remember there's a friend of mine who was a voice major in college. She sang this song up to tempo in solfege. That's not possible, except she did it. So, but a way that I love to learn tunes is, in fact, kind of singing them in my head. And this is just one of those tunes that it's a very jumpy tune. What do you think about starting at the beginning of the A tune? I mean, we've got the whole A part down. Let's give that a go. And remember, if you can't remember the things in between the are kind of that repeating pattern. 1, 2, ready, go. So real quickly, hi, welcome. You have a fiddle, so you're in the right place. We just finished up learning the A part. We're working on Money Musk, and so we'll be playing it a fair amount. So hop on in if you would like. Yeah. Are there any questions, or you want to loop that a little bit before going on to the B part?
I found myself wanting to throw some trills in there already. And I bet you do that too, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's that Scottish stuff. Yeah. It gets harder and harder the faster you get. But I understand completely. Yeah. So we learned the entire A part, and the way that the format tune goes is that you play that A part 2 times through. Da ba dee ba dee ba da ba, and there's a connecting note. The pickup note is an F sharp to go in between the 2 A parts. And that connects the 2 A parts together. Let's just do that like 4 more times, and then we'll move on to the B part. Not that fast. Is that a good tempo? I'm gonna take that as a maybe. 1, 2, go. let's go ahead and move on to the B part. Fair warning, the B part is the most, I would say, annoying part of the tune, but this is where every time I think about the B part, I have to concentrate a little bit harder, especially when it comes up to tempo. The good thing, though, is that same thing like the A, the Bs are pretty much the same repeated pattern. So let me play for you the B part first, and then we'll break it down. So here's the B part. Oh, there's that ending again. Oh, it's so nice to hear familiar phrases. Da ba ba da dee doo dum. All right, I love when that happens. All right, let's learn that first measure. We're going to start on an A. We'll learn those 8 notes. Ba ba da ba 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 boo ba. And in doubt, we hit that high A third finger a lot. So when in doubt, just play that note. Here's that phrase again. Let's do it together. We got that low C sharp on the A. So the whole thing is on the E string except for that one C sharp there on the A string. Yeah. We'll do it. Don't worry, we got it. We'll do it a bunch. Always heading back to that A. Nice. A nice mental note to make is on that high E string, you're not using your second finger at all, and you're only using it on that C sharp when you go down to the A. So just open first finger, and then there. Yeah. Let's do that a few more times. Here we go. One more. That sounds good. Yeah, fiddlers in Zoomland, you sound amazing. Keep up the good work. All right, let's go on to the next phrase. So we have, and then we're going to repeat that high A and listen to this funky phrase. This is the scariest and the best part of the tune, actually. So let's do that very slowly. Again, we're repeating that high A note, so we're already there. So we're going to play it again. So just real quickly, that pattern, but you're kind of doing this descending scale where you're going alternating between the A string and the E string. Third and fourth finger, second and third, and then first and second. So just kind of, it's like this, I don't know how to describe that, but it's just a nice, like that. So actually, let's just practice that part right there, because this is the trickiest bit of the tune. So starting on third finger A string, and then hitting that pinky, second finger on the A string, A string, A note on the E string, and then B and G sharp. Yeah. Again. again. One more. Fabulous. Now, I want to make sure we don't lose the context of where this is in the tune. So let me just play you what we've learned so far. So that's where that lies. So let's play it. Let's actually start at the beginning of the B part, just so again, so that we know where we are in the context of it. But we're going to go a little bit slower than that. So we're going to start again on that high A. Ba, ba, dee, ba, like that. 1 and 2. Here we go. And freeze. Woo, yeah, right. This squirrely bit. Okay, we'll do that a million times. Here we go. And here we go. Again. We're like so close, but maybe I'll break it down just a little bit more one more time, because again, this is the trickiest bit. So let's do that first phrase. Just that one phrase, and then we'll do the next phrase together. So just that one part. Yep, when in doubt, go to that high A. Nice, one more. And here's the next phrase. Again, we're repeating that high A. Here we go. Cascade, that's what I like. It's a nice cascade of notes. Yeah, oh, that makes it sound so pleasant. Here we go. Oh, that was my fault. Here we go. Here we go. This is that second phrase. One more. Fabulous. So let me listen to the combination of those two phrases. For me, when I was learning this tune, repeating that high A always tripped me up. So, yeah, let's do those two combined now. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, and. Again, and. How you guys feeling? Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting there. Let's continue on, and we'll kind of come back to maybe that one little section, and let that kind of sink in our brains. But let's keep moving on with the B part, because we're in luck because the next half happens to start the exact same. So we're combining that first phrase and then with the ending bit that we learned with the A part. So we're literally taking two phrases that we've already learned and combining them. I love when that happens. So technically, we've learned all of this part. So let me play it for you once and then join in with me. And then ending. That's so satisfying. Again. 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 Fabulous. So again, when in doubt, go up to that high A. So that's pretty much the entire B part. And that loops 2 times through, and there's a little bit of a couple of notes that change to go into the B part just to lead into it. But let's just loop that whole B part. Listen once so you can hear how those 2 phrases combine and then join in with me. Here we go. Ending. Again. Again. One more time. Nice. Let's take a quick brain break. Whew, whew. I don't know if you want to talk about chords to the chord player. You're good. Are there any specific questions, or do you just feel like this is one of those tunes you just have to play a bunch, right? Yeah. Maybe before we go to the C part, let's maybe go to the top of the tune so that we don't completely forget how it starts. Do we remember how it starts? It's in the key of A.
An A arpeggio.
An A, yeah. Da dee da da. A beautiful, yeah. There's a lot of that in this tune. Da do da da. And I'm sorry that you weren't here at the beginning of the A part, so yeah. All right, let's start from the top. Da go ga go da. Well, maybe at that tempo. and I wish you the best of luck. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. We're going up the scale. And the ending. Again. The end. B part. Here we go. Woo! Cascade. Ending. Same thing. Cascade. Let's do the top of the tune. A part. Ending. A part again. The end. B part. Here we go. Cascade. Cascade. Ending. Yeah, that's a good. I'm so excited. Looked over on Zoom, and there's a Benjamin Jaber who happened to have popped online. That's my fiance, and I think he's here to heckle us. I hope you bring out your fiddle to play with us. He's a flute player.
My fiddle's broken.
Your fiddle's broken? I've heard that excuse before.
You know,
Okay, I think we're gonna hop onto the C part. The thing that I love about the C part is that the A and the B part are very much the key of A and lots and tons of notes. And the C part, that whoever had this brilliant idea of tacking on, one, it modulates or goes to that D chord that is so satisfying, and there's like a couple of fewer notes in it. So every time I hit to that C part, it feels like this moment of relief, both chordally and note-wise. And I wish I could tell you I know exactly what happens at the dance at that C part. I can't remember.
forget.
Yeah. But there's a bunch of recordings of the caller who calls this tune will also sing the calls of the dance. And so it's like, I think about like a singing square almost, where the caller is singing the melody and the dance moves at the same time. And I should get a recording of that and maybe send to you guys. Let me play you the C part first so we can hear what it sounds like, and then we'll break it down. Here's the C part. And so it's 4 measures and 4 measures, where each endings is the same. that repeats. And the second time, the da-dee-dee-dum, it's pretty much the same thing, but there's a couple of slight variations to it. So let's learn ya-dee-da-da-dee-doo-da-doo-dum. That's actually a singable part. Ya-dee-da-da-da, da-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. Oh, it feels so nice and, yeah, nice and so much easier. So we start on that A note. Da-da-da-da-bum, ba-da-da-da-da-da. Oh, lovely. Again. One more. Nice. So we have 2 pickup notes. Let's see if that's a pretty long phrase, but let's see if we can get that. It's very scaly. So we have those 2 pickup notes, and then we go up. So virtuous. One more. Yay! Let's combine that with the first half of the C part. Nice again, and one more, and go. Feels so satisfying, does it? Doesn't it? Yes, exactly. The second half of the C part, again, is pretty much the same, but instead of starting on the open A, fiddlers will start on that C sharp. And again, this is a very slight variation. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to. Instead of going, we can do. Wow, that is very micro difference. Is the only difference is the very first note. Woo. So instead of you go da dee da dee dum, and then we just continue, and then and then we can throw in a triplet here. Woohoo! And then the rest is the same. So let's just play the second half, starting on that C sharp. And then the rest is the same. We'll do that second half again, and triplet. Again, and triplet B. triplet B. Nice. Let's combine both of the sections of the C part, starting on that A, the non-fancy triplet version, and then C, triplet, and then the rest the same. All right. Ya-dee-da-dum-dum. 1 and 2, go. Sorry. I just had to speak. Da 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 da. Triplet B. Again. Triplet B. One more. Yeah! Well, you guys just learned the entire tune. Right? Doesn't it just like, oh my God. This tune, there's a lot of notes, but this tune for me is so worth the effort. It's, and again, I love thinking about the history of this tune and how long this tune has been played for in a really long time. I think it's in the O'Neill's Irish tune book as well. Yeah, I'd be curious exactly. Oh, 1776. Okay. It was first published by Daniel Dow, and I think it was a collection of books in 1776, which is a long time ago. All right. Are there any sections that you want to repeat before we do the whole tune? Or do we do it now before we completely forget the whole tune?
I guess I'm wondering, number one, is there music for it? Number two, is it on YouTube?
Lee, that is such a good question. Yes, I'm a little bit sneaky, and I in fact have the sheet music for all of you today. So, and yes, and there are so many different, what Mary Pat mentioned is that there's so many different versions of this tune. And so it's definitely YouTubeable. And what Mary Pat's doing right now, she's actually recording this class, and she's going to edit it to make it all fancy, and so that you can just hear this version, or you can hear the breakdown of the tune. And maybe at the end I'll play it by myself, or maybe I did do it at the beginning slowly. And so you'll be able to do that, and so all of those resources will be available. But yes, this is not a tune. Yeah, this is a tune that will sink in over time for sure. I remember the first gig where they asked me to play it, and I didn't know it, and everyone's like, "What? You don't know Money Musk?" And I felt very embarrassed that I didn't know that tune. That actually happened to me with Chorus Jig as well, which is another one of those New England chestnut tunes, where there's always a dance and a tune that goes with it. And it was in the middle of nowhere, New Hampshire, and they've been dancing, not Nelson, but it was Concord, New Hampshire, and it was the first dance after the break that they've done, for 150 years, and that they always do Chorus Jig, and I was very embarrassed that I didn't know it. Yeah. All right. Is that a good tempo? Nice groovy tempo. One, two. 1, 2, ready, go. Cascade. Ending. C part. Yay. Top of the tune. B part. Cascade. One more time. B part or C part. You guys know that tune?
I know of it.
Right, exactly. And so what I think is interesting is it's one of those tunes that I think is played, I still play it for contra dances.
There's a dance that goes with
There's
it.
a dance with it. There's an Irish Cayley dance that goes with it. And when Mary Pat asked me to teach this tune, she sent me a recording of the Wisconsin fiddler named Leonard Finseth. Is that how you pronounce it? Finseth, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think all of you probably know more about him than I do. And the University of Wisconsin has a archive of all of his recordings, and he recorded Haste to the Wedding. And I forgot to bring a Bluetooth speaker, but I want to play you his version of the tune. And without me saying anything, I'd love just to get your input on what you think of his version of the tune. So I'm going to try to get my speaker up loud enough so you can hear it. I could try to get the link over there, and I think that it's just easier for me to do this. Hold, please. I'm going to put it up to this microphone too, so that people online can hear it. Okay.
He was born in 1911 and died in 1990. And he collected tunes from throughout Western Wisconsin. So this would have been, and he collected mostly Norwegian and Swedish tunes. So this would have been kind of a novelty that he would have picked up this Scottish tune. He called it the Norwegian Jig. People think that he was just joking. We all know it's Haste to the Wedding, but it's sort of the typical kind of upper Midwest. You take something from another culture and you put a Scandinavian accent on it, right? So he kind of just took his Scandinavian sort of sensibilities to a common Scottish tune. And yeah, so that's kind of gave it that sort of upper Midwest sort of flair to it.
Yeah, Mary Pat, you just said exactly what I was going to say, but you said it so much better than I was going to. So I appreciate that. And that's kind of the point that I wanted to get across, is that you're listening to his rhythm, instead of going da, he ends his phrases, and he's got this syncopation that is not a traditional Irish or Scottish way of playing it. And so my running theory was that because he was Norwegian, he put his Norwegian flair on it. And we tried to find other jig recordings of him playing jigs, and this is the only, I think, jig that he ever recorded. And so I don't know if we can prove our theory that this is how he played all jigs. But I think it's a really fun thing to think about, imagining, again, he's not playing it the way that you would normally hear it in a session. And I think I think what I've done is I've taken the way that he's played it and I condensed it a little bit. I kind of took his rhythmic ideas and transcribed it and made it a little bit straighter than he played it. And I don't know if it's something that we want to play through right now, but I want you guys to just kind of take a look at it. And the main point that I want to get across with this tune, again, is putting that Midwest, oop, that's not a Musk. I don't want you to play this one. I'm making it extra hard for you. I guess, actually, I need it. Okay.
No, thank you.
Yeah, okay. And looking at that syncopated rhythm and, oh, yeah. Dad said he doesn't want it. Yeah. And this is kind of the similar and I just love his bowing over those phrases and stealing that Scandinavian thing. And so I almost want to, if we've got the music, let's go ahead and let's just read it. And the rhythms are a little funky, and so don't obsess over them. And I've got the way that he plays the overall structure of the melody. And so you don't have to worry if you want to just cut out what those ties are just to get the melody down. I put some of the double stops that he does, but kind of have fun with it. And again, this was just a really good example of, again, taking a tune and like what happens when it hangs out in the Midwest. Yeah, duck-a-dum, ba-da. We'll play at that speed. 1, 2, ready, go. funky. I love it. I wouldn't like take this version of the tune if you go to a jam session and take it and
Make everyone else do
and
it.
make everyone else do it.
Just make your bands do it.
Just make your But when I think about that syncopated rhythm, duck dee duck don't go, for me that's like a hip modern groove that like modern contra dance bands add to make something groovier. And here is Mr. Leonard being groovy, you know, in the mid 19th, 20th century. So I bet he was a really cool dude.